Tune into the Green and Growing program on Eagle Community Television with Holly Dickman, Ellis County Horticulture Agent. Holly will identify common lawn and garden issues and provide up-to-date information weekdays at noon and 9 p.m. on Channel 14. Green and Growing. Brought to you by Eagle Community Television and Riedel's Garden Center, a full-service garden center west of Hayes on Highway 40 next to the Bickle Schmidt Sports Complex.
Pine wilt has been a problem in the area for many years, and it is still an issue that we are going to talk about and try to prevent from becoming a bigger problem throughout the area. Pine wilt is a disease that attacks pine trees and causes them to die relatively quickly, a lot of times within a matter of weeks. Scotch and Austrian pines, like the Austrian pine I'm standing with here, are most affected, but you can also have pine wilt show up on white pines and mugo pines as well. Now, pine wilt is a disease that is caused by a little microscopic nematode called the pinewood nematode, and it's spread by a pine sawyer beetle. So these nematodes are so tiny that they actually hitch a ride on that beetle's trachea, or in the breathing tubes of that beetle. The beetle is around, it's been around, but if they have chewed on a tree that's infected with pine wilt, they will pick up that little microscopic worm or that nematode and then carry it to other trees. This is the time of year that we see an issue with this disease, and so if you see a pine tree that goes from looking nice and green to dead within a matter of weeks, or starts to decline, kind of has that dark, dull gray, greenish color, and just isn't looking quite right, please let your local extension office know and we can come and check it out. But this is a disease, like I said, that those nematodes get into the tree, they multiply so quickly and they feed on the water conducting vessels and damage them, and it causes the tree to wilt and die very quickly. One of the biggest symptoms that I will check for if I go out and look for a tree is there any green left in the tree? If there's still green in the tree, let's say the outer branches are brown but the inner branches are still green, or the inner needles are still green, then that's not pine wilt. Pine wilt will cause the entire branch to turn brown or the entire tree to turn brown. The other thing will be if there is some flexibility in the branches, that's actually a good thing. That means that there's still resin there, so that is not pine wilt. You want to make sure that the branches, if it is pine wilt, are extremely brittle, and if you bend them, they will just snap. Now, this tree behind me is starting to look a little bit brown, and I get lots of phone calls about this, but this is actually just natural needle drop. We're getting into fall. These pine trees will lose those old needles, and so I get a lot of people concerned because they have some brown needles that are falling. That's completely normal. The only way to prevent the spread of this pine wilt disease is to cut the tree down and have it destroyed. And usually we want this done prior to April 1st. So if you have any concerns about a pine tree that may have died or is looking really bad in your landscape or in your yard or even in the neighborhood, contact your local extension office for more information. Reporting for K-State Research and Extension, Eagle TV, I'm Holly Dickman, Ellis County Horticulture Extension Agent.
Tune into the Green and Growing program on Eagle Community Television with Holly Dickman, Ellis County Horticulture Agent. Holly will identify common lawn and garden issues and provide up-to-date information weekdays at noon and 9 p.m. on Channel 14. Green and Growing. Brought to you by Eagle Community Television and Riedel's Garden Center, a full-service garden center west of Hayes on Highway 40 next to the Bickle Schmidt Sports Complex.